in the starting gate. And they're off. Stacy's Toy reared right at the start, spots the field 2 lengths, and Special Happening is out to take the early lead. Chris McCarron puts her right on the lead now. And In Full Cry is second toward the inside. And up close early on the outside, Cheval Volant will be fanned 4 wide into the turn. Stella Madrid now, and pinch back in between horses is Go for Juan, now back on the inside, racing in 5th. Voodoo Lily 4 wide, ranging up 6. Sweet Roberta in a bit tight, in hand, in between horses, 7th. And then it's Dance Colony, who's settled in 8th position now. Stacy's Toy, who had an eventful start. Jorge Chavez asking her for run as they continue down the backstretch. Then the European filly is Al Chi. Miss Running Vanny is running along now, about 12 lengths off the lead, and another 12 lengths back to Trumpets Blair. She is 25 lengths off the lead of Special Happening. The quarter was run in 23 and 4, 47 and 2/5 seconds. So it is Special Happening dictating the pace as they move into the far turn. Cordero stalking her now with Stella Madrid. Those two now edging closer as they round the far turn. And Craig Perret is now asking In Full Cry for run. She's still 3 lengths off the lead. Go for Wand is poised down the outside, and then it's Cheval Volant. In between horses, Sweet Roberta's now beginning to make her move. And Dance Colony is charging on the outside as they come to the top of the stretch. And here comes Stella Madrid, forging to the front on the outside. Set down for the drive, and Stella Madrid takes the lead. Special Happening a leg weary second. Go for Wand attacks on the outside. Here comes Go for Wand, and collars Stella Madrid with the 16th to come. And she's going to win it, and she's going to win it going away. Go for Wand comes bounding home to a 3-length win. And Sweet Roberta was up for second, and farther back Stella Madrid was third. In a little tight as they moved into the first turn, Randy Romero got her out of trouble down the backstretch and unleashed a powerful run to win the Breeders' Cup for Juvenile Fillies.
Champion filly Go for One at 1-5. Here's the call now. Mike Battaglia with the Ashland Stakes earlier at Keeneland.
Standing well. And they're off. Go for One breaks quickly on the outside. On the inside, Joyce Azaline. Up between those two, that's Sharon. Then it's Piper, and Trumpets Blair trails. As they move forward the first turn, Joyce Azaline on the inside has the lead. Trumpets Blair is being eased before they get to the first turn. Craig Perret pulling Trumpets Blair up. And it's Joyce Azaline in front by a length. Sharon is second. And it's a length back. Go for One up on the outside, runs third. Gap of 6 to Piper. On to the back stretch. Joyce Azaline is in front. Now by a length. Go for One gains ground now up on the outside. Moves by and takes second. Sharon is third. Then Piper. Down the back stretch. Go for One. Moves by on the outside. Quickly gets the lead. Opens it out to a length and a half. Sharon moves up on the outside. Still down along the inside. That's Joyce Azaline and the trailer Piper. Moving into the turn, it's Go for One in front by 2. Sharon into second. Joyce Azaline is dropped back third. Then Piper trails. They're into the turn. Go for One draws out by 3. Sharon is second. Gap of 5. Then it's Piper and Joyce Azaline. Into the stretch, it's Go for One in front by 3. Sharon is second, then Piper. In the final 16th, it's all Go for One in front. She's got it by 4 lengths. Then Sharon, under the wire, Go for One wins the Ashland easily by 5, maybe 6 lengths. Sharon
won it just like a champion's supposed to. Go for One, the juvenile champion, is on her second big stakes there at Keeneland in this meet. Ashland Stakes winner, Go for One, 143 and 3, 260, 210. No show wagering with a short field. Sharon was second, and Piper was third.
2. Obey a Bold Go for One, who continued the tradition as last year's 2-year-old filly champion, is currently the terror of the sophomore Distaff set. Her trainer is Billy Badgett, and he is understandably proud of his filly's association with past greatness.
At this stage of the game, as far as the Christiana fillies, I'd have to say she's among the top of the band of fillies they've had, and that's quite an honor to be there, I think. As far as the other fillies go, she's been mentioned in the forum as being compared with Personal Ensign and Ruffian, and that's really quite an honor even to be categorized with those class of fillies.
Go for Wand has earned those accolades with 2 very easy victories this year, most recently over the previously undefeated Sharon in the Ashland Stakes at Keeneland. It was a victory that altered Badgett's immediate plans for his still improving champion.
Money-winning rider the last 2 years. 1A is Seaside Attraction, another Keeneland sale horse. $1,050,000 in the Warner-Jones Dispersal in July of '88. Yearling that won a maiden and allowance race in California, third by 8.5 lengths in the stakes to be at Keeneland on a muddy track. Chris McCarron, the rider for the Famer, won last year with Open Mind. The 2-horse, here is the champion. Go for One from Christiana Stables, Eclipse Award-winning juvenile filly. Never gone off higher than 3-2. She's being held right now at 2-5. Good on the off track. Last 2 wins, in fact, on muddy racetracks. Randy Romero, ridden her in every make the call. Dave?
They're all 3-year-old fillies, and all of them carry 121 pounds. Nice long run to the first turn. It's at 1 mile and a 16th. At 1 mile and an 8th. And we're all set to go. They're up. Toward the inside, that's Bright Candles, part of the entry, going for the lead. And Lonely Girl is second, but on the extreme outside, here comes Seaside Attraction. Then tucked in at the rail, Go for Wand is fourth, followed by De La Devil, fifth by a head. Dance Colony alongside sixth. Then it's Paper Money on the outside seventh. After that, it's Fit to Scout, the Budweiser long shot. After that, Arm the Natives, and on the inside, Piper is 10th and last, about 12 lengths off the lead. And the lead now is contested by 2 parts of the entry. On the outside, it's Seaside Attraction with Chris McCarron getting to the front 3 parts of a length. At the rail, it's Bright Candles in the second spot. And on the outside, there goes Lonely Girl with Kent DeSormo gaining in third. Then the favorite, Go for One, fourth, just about 2.5 off the lead. De La Devil, the long shot, trained by Woody Stevens. At the rail is fifth by 3 parts of a length. Then comes Paper Money on the outside, sixth with Cordero. Dance Colony inches up a bit. Along the inside, Piper moves, followed by Fit to Scout and Arm the Natives, 10th and last, as they round the turn, the half in 48-1. And on the inside, Seaside Attraction holds on to the lead by 1.25 lengths. On the outside, Lonely Girl is in the second spot. The favorite, Go for Wand, on the outside, now fires. She's in the second spot and moving to the leader. With 1/4 mile to go, the field turns for home in the Kentucky Oaks. It's Seaside Attraction holding on to the lead by 1 length. On the outside, Go for Wand is second. At the rail, that's Bright Candles third. De La Devil is fourth. And down the stretch they come, a furlong to the finish. And Seaside Attraction, the $1 million filly with Chris McCarron, is hanging tough. Go for Wand appears beaten this afternoon. Bright Candles is third. And here's the finish of the Kentucky Oaks. It's Seaside Attraction, stopping the teletimer in 1 minute 52 and 4/5 seconds. Go for Wand was second, and Bright Candles, part of the D. Wayne Lucas entry, finishing third.
Seaside Attraction, Dave Johnson called it the $1 million filly, sold in the Warner-Jones Dispersal November at Keeneland for $1,050,000. She'd come into this race earnings of just over $42,000 with 2 champs.
Well, let's see. We've got Seaside Attraction and Chris McCarron with the green cap winging it on the front end. And Go for Wand is on the outside and ready to make a move, and let's watch that move. Perhaps Go for Wand is more effective on the fast track, but let's watch the big move here at the top of the stretch. We thought that she was going to gobble up this $1 million filly, but McCarron fans wide into the stretch, but Go for Wand just did not have the effort this afternoon. Bright Candles at the rail is third at this point, and as you see through the stretch, as they got closer to the wire, it was no contest, as Seaside Attraction turns in a scorcher this afternoon on the sloppy racetrack and defeats Go for Wand, with Bright Candles coupled in the wagering with Seaside Attraction, finishing third, but by about 7.
They're all 9. They're all. Go for One on the outside gets the early lead, and Charon is right alongside in second by a length as Pampered Star settles into third. Go for One on the outside leads by more than a length and a half. Charon second by the same, and Pampered Star remains in third as this field passes the stands the first time. Go for Wand now on the rail, in front by about a length, now only a half, as Charon now makes a bit of a move on the outside, closer second, about 2 to Pampered Star in third, the quarter in 24 flat. They continue around the clubhouse turn. Go for Wand on the rail, gets clear again by a length and a quarter. Cheron second by about 4, and Pampered Star remains in third. They're on to the backstretch. Go for Wand on the rail still leads by a length on the outside. Cheron second by about 5, and Pampered Star remains in third. The half and 48 and 1. Go for Wand on the rail still leads by less than a length. Cheron on the outside second, and those two have opened 8 on Pampered Star. They now approach the far turn. 3/4, 11 and 2. Go for Wand gets clear by a length and a half again, and Cheron is second. Go for Wand continues to lead. Cheron remains within a length. And those two approach the top of the stretch. They have opened a dozen lengths on Pampered Star. The mile and 36 flat. Go for Wand gets clear by 2. Cheron under the whip is second. They pass the 8th pole. Go for Wand now in front by about 4 lengths. Cheron is second. Pampered Star has been eased. Go for Wand in front.
Go for Wand. Here's Tom Durkin with the call.
They're off. Bold Wench and Feel the Beat break alertly, and Mistorian's there on the outside. Open Mind and Go for Wand away in good order. Go for Wand now is rushing up on the inside. But it's Feel the Beat who has emerged with the early lead. On the outside, Bold Wench is second by a head. Go for Wand is right there, rating in third position. And on the outside, Mistorian is up close, fourth. Open Mind is now settled in 5.5 lengths off the lead. Then toward the inside, it's Proper Evidence as they continue down the backstretch with Feel the Beat dictating the pace the first quarter, 23 seconds flat. Go for Wand, the champion filly is chasing her, then a gap of 5, back to Bold Wench, then Mistorian on the outside, Proper Evidence, and Open Mind is last as they round the far turn. Feel the Beat has run a half in 45 and 2/5 seconds, and Go for Wand is just off her flank on the outside. Those two have pulled away from the field by 7 lengths. Mistorian on the outside, Bold Wench, Proper Evidence. Open Mind is put to a drive, but she is still 10 lengths from the lead of Feel the Beat. Go for Wand is breathing right down her neck now as the field turns for home in the Maskette, and Go for Wand is surging on the outside toward the inside. Feel the Beat and Go for Wand taking command as they come to the final furlong. Feel the Beat is bravely trying to hold on for second, then farther back Mistorian is third. They're coming down to the final 16th, and Randy Romero has put the whip away as Go for Wand comes home to score in the Maskette by 2.5.
She's just at the top of her game right now. Seems to be heading for a Breeders' Cup victory. It features Go for Wand.
And they're off in the Beldame Stakes. From the outside, Colonial Waters and Go for Wand are going for the early lead. They quickly open up 3 on Wharfie by the Firm, and Personal Business is 5th, 4 lengths off the lead as they leave the chute and move on to the main track. And it is Colonial Waters who's taken up the running from Go for Wand. She's only a neck off the lead. A length and a half to By the Firm, racing in third. 2 more to Wharfie. 3 to the trailer, Personal Business, after the opening quarter in 23 and 2. They make their run up the backstretch, and Colonial Waters is in front by 3/4 of a length. Go for Wand just sitting right off her flank in second. 5. Back to By the Firm third. 2 to Personal Business is being asked for run. Wharfie now has dropped back to last. The half in 45 and 3. Now the field moving to the half-mile pole, and Colonial Waters continues to hold off Go for Wand by a neck. Those two have opened up 6 on By the Firm, Wharfie, and Personal Business as they move past the 3-furlong pole. 3/4 went in a spirited 9 and 1 on the inside. Holding a slight lead, Colonial Waters. Here comes Go for Wand on the outside at the top of the stretch. From the outside, Go for Wand effortlessly moves by and takes the lead. Colonial Waters all out to stay with her in second. 5 back to Wharfie by the Firm. and personal business. But at the 16th pole, to her long list of laurels, you can add the Beldame. Here she is. Go for Wand.
A couple of Secretariat's records were threatened on Sunday. First in the Turf Classic, a second off his record, but this is the one that's really staggers the imagination. This is 1:45.4, just a couple of ticks off, done by...
Ready for a start of the second Breeders Cup Distaff, and they're off. And it's a perfect start with Valet Maid going for the lead. Mistorian is there, Colonial Waters, Bayakoa away in good order, and Go for One just to her inside. They begin their long run down the Belmont backstretch, and Bayakoa is eager for the lead. Lafitte Pinkai trying to throttle her speed, and Go for One is going to run with her, so the battle is joined early. Mistorian just off them. Then the long striding Colonial Waters is settled nicely in behind the pacemakers in fourth. Valet Maid is fifth by 4. Then flags waving, and the bright roan Luthier's launch down the backstretch, and Go for One now has taken the lead. Bayakoa right there just off her flank, and those two now lead the way as they move toward the half-mile pole, with Colonial Waters trying to stay with them in third. The quarter went in 23 and 2/5 seconds. They've run a half in 46 and 2. A chess game down the backstretch. Randy Romero moves with Go for One. Pinkai counters with Bayakoa, and those two, the tempo quickening now, and a clash of champions midway round the far turn here at Belmont Park. They pulled away from 3. Colonial Waters is racing in third position, and Mistorian is fourth. They hooked up at the start. They're in a cutthroat duel. Go for One holding on to a short lead. Bayakoa is right at her throat, and they have dueled through 3/4 of a mile in 1:10 and 2. Bayakoa on the outside, a short lead. Go for One is unwavering toward the rail. Those two stride for stride. Go for One on the inside. Bayakoa battling back, a dramatic distaff. Go for One grimly holding on. Bayakoa right there. They both, and a tragedy as Go for One has fallen at the 16th pole, and a tragic stretch run here. Bayakoa goes on to win it, and 55,000 here in shocked disbelief as Go for One has broken down at the 16th pole.
Oh, the tragedy of this day continues. The brilliant filly Go for One. It appeared a front leg collapsing, and jockey Randy Romero, who rode Go for One to the Juvenile Filly Championship at the Breeders' Cup in Gulfstream Park last year, joins fellow jockey Chris Antley, although at least in Romero's behalf he is conscious. If you're just joined us, Chris Antley in the sprint on Mr. Nickerson broke a collarbone, was sent to the hospital. Here they are dueling, one a mirror of the other throughout the entire race. Go for One on the inside, and Bayakoa on the outside, and then Go for One reaching down deep to battle to the wire, and within strides of the finish line, a wrong step, a turn, a twist, and Go for One will go down. There it is. And suddenly Bayakoa's victory, an empty one. Tom?
Head-on shot, Dick. You can see the bad step taken by Go for One, who did snap a foreleg. Randy Romero going to the track. And it is rapidly turning into the most tragic day in American horse racing history. A hollow victory indeed for Bayakoa, a great champion mare who was showing her grit and determination by battling head-and-head with the equally valiant Go for One until the tragic broken front leg by Go for One. Randy Romero on the backboard being lifted onto the stretcher. The second seriously injured rider of the day. Chris Antley taken away by ambulance after a spill in the first race. Excuse me. Bob Newmeyer has the winning trainer, Ron McAnally. Bob?
All right, thank you very much. When I talked to Ron before the race, I said that it was a match race on paper. We remember a race here in the 70s. It was a match race between Foolish Pleasure and Ruffian.
Yeah.
This was an identical race in many ways, Ron. Bayakoa, your filly, and Go for One hooking up.